Hey YouTube, it's me, Noah Mean, on the Arc of Truth. Currently, it's the 15th of June, 2017, and it's 4:29 p.m. Now, for this summer, I'm gonna be in my room and probably around the country, a little bit traveling. While I do this podcast a little bit. So yeah, I've officially moved completely out of my apartment, and now I'm with my mom. So anyway, I would like to talk about what happened in Alexandria, Virginia, yesterday, and for those who haven't heard yet, but I bet you probably have, the the GOP was actually practicing a baseball game, which they're going to do for a charity event, against the Democrats. This is an annual thing that they did since I think the beginning of the First World War, although I cannot be completely sure of the date. Anyway, the shooter, whose name is James Hodgkinson, um, was carrying a rifle and started to fire at least, I think, 60 rounds for anyone who identified as a Republican. And the major one who he shot was Majority Whip Steve Scalise, who I think is third in command of the Republican Party. So that is a very big deal. Currently, 5 people are wounded, and the shooter is already dead from the wounds he suffered. I'm really hope that Steve Scalise and the 4 other wounded members from what happened do make a very good recovery and that nothing bad happens to them. I am really hoping, but right now he's in critical condition, and I pray to God to just look after him. As it turns out from this shooter, he was actually a Bernie supporter who worked with him on the campaign for a little bit. And after hearing from this, Bernie Sanders actually denounced this man for what he did because, well, of clearly the evil behind it. I mean, shooting unarmed people? I mean, I get it, you might not like politicians and stuff. I mean, everybody has opinions about people, but this is something that is beyond immoral. It's beyond immoral. But I'm glad so far, from what I know, nobody has died. From the moment I'm posting, I'm streaming this video, or well, taking footage in this video. The baseball game is starting right about now. In fact, they've already finished a moment of silence, and from what I can tell, President Trump will be there making a few comments as well. Hopefully, I hope that this would actually turn out to be a good thing for the country in general, because I think this highlights how badly divided our nation is over in terms of politics. On one hand, you got conservatives, on the other, you have liberals, and on the far end of each side are the far right wingers and the far lefties, who, to be honest, I think the lefties are far more active than the right, to be honest. I mean, you have Antifa, you have By Any Means Necessary, which is run by Vet Farlaka, and God, I really wish she gets her comeuppance. But anyway, and also several events that's happened even before this shooting. I mean, we're talking about like Berkeley in February when Milo Yiannopoulos was actually about to make a speech there, and everything just went haywire. I mean, with riots and stuff, and the police didn't do anything about it. The Battle of Berkeley, where there was a lot of people being injured by Antifa. God, I hate these guys. And let's not forget Eric Clangton, who actually used the bike lock to actually whack some people. Heck, one of them actually had his skull opened up and he was bleeding very badly. In fact, you can see a lot of the original footage. Fortunately, he's currently being arrested and possibly going to have charges placed. And I really, really hope that he gets a good prison sentence for this. I really hope so. The point is, the left is obviously taking things to the extreme, mainly in terms of violence. And I know that there are a lot of people who are obviously of the left or are liberal and are obviously appalled by this. But still, there is still that faction that happens to be very loud and actually loves to encourage violence. In fact, the media has been at fault with this as well. In fact, kind of like CNN. Or the best example would be CNN. If you haven't heard, like 2 days ago, like a day before the shooting, there was a Julius Caesar Shakespeare play where obviously a Trump lookalike was being stabbed, kind of like how the real assassination of Julius Caesar took place. Only, well, it's in America, and Donald Trump is the murderer. I'm glad that they put advertising from that, but this really has to stop. The media is to blame for encouraging this kind of violent behavior. These leftist radicals should be arrested for actually continuing this. And anyone who even thinks about trying to beat someone up or even trying to kill someone, in the case of Steve Scalise, should be arrested. In fact, it's definitely, in a way, it's kind of I would like to say treasonous act, but I know that's basically in terms of changing allegiance to a foreign nation that happens to be an enemy of the United States. But honestly, I can't figure out any other words than that. And I hope that this shooting that took place will, one, show all the wounded members to be alive and well, and two, would actually bring unity and finally stability to this great country. I really hope so. I don't know what might happen in the future, but I can only pray. In fact, this is what I'm going to do. God, please look after those 5 wounded men. Please. Look after Steve Scalise as he's in critical condition. Because currently, from what I can tell in terms of his wound, not only is he they get hit from the hip, but a lot of his internal organs are have been obliterated. God, although I believe that Steve Scalise will be fine, I pray that you help him get back on his feet and do a good job for us in Congress and for the American people. Amen. Okay. That's all I have for you for today. I am Noah Meehan from the Arc Truth. See ya.